Hi, I'm Brianna and welcome to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about turning 20 because I'm turning 20 in like a month and there's a lot going through my brain right now. And this video is for those of whom who are either becoming an adult, like turning 18, or those of whom who still aren't ready to let go and like say goodbye to their teens, because that's where I'm at right now. Like, I'm super excited and I'm ready for my 20s. And I'm like, this is exciting. Like, I truly don't believe that there's anything I still want to like check off a list or something before I turn 20. Like, I've done all the little things that I want to do as like a teenager, or like teenage things. I've done them, right? And there's nothing that is really on a bucket list for me. But like at the same time, there's just something in my heart that doesn't want to say goodbye to my teens. I mean, I know I still have a little over a month left, but still, you know what I'm saying? And it's also like the fact that with the pandemic, when we first heard of COVID, I think I was 16 years old. And like from there on, like the last half of my teenage years, I feel like they've been like snatched away, because for me during the pandemic, I truly grew as a person. Like I had a spiritual awakening and I became a completely different person in those 2 years during the pandemic. Well, I guess in the past 2 years, you could say, since COVID started. And I've had to grow up really fast, but also it was kind of what I needed to do. I really did need to grow up, so to say. But like, maybe that's why I'm not ready to let go of my teens, because the pandemic kind of snatched them from me. I don't know. It's just like there's a lot of things going on, and I imagine this is the same way for a lot of other people. So hopefully me talking about this makes you feel less alone in this experience. Just know that your emotions and whatever you're feeling are completely valid. And even though everyone else may not be experiencing what you are, it doesn't mean that you can't experience that. It doesn't mean that you can't be feeling that emotion, because you can be. Don't let anyone invalidate your emotions. Even if like 100 people don't experience what you are, one person still might be able to relate to you somehow. And hopefully I can be that person for you. But yeah, like I don't know how to describe this. It's like when you would get off the bus on like the last day of a certain grade in school and you were like ready for summer, like you knew exciting things were to await you, but also like you were kind of sad that you were leaving that grade or that teacher or those classmates, because you didn't know who's going to be in your class next year. But there's also like that excitement that comes with it, and like what's going to happen during this summer, like no school, I can do whatever I want. And that's sort of the feeling. It's not like that. It's definitely more, I mean, it is like that, but I'm feeling it more deeply than that is. But that's like a good, more surface level comparison to what I'm feeling, I suppose, if you needed to compare that, I guess. But yeah, it's just so odd feeling this way. Like 20 isn't really a big year, but at the same time it is. Like it's not, how do I say this? Okay, so 18 and 21 are big like years for different things. Like 18, you're finally a legal adult, like in the US at least. And also in the US, like 21, oh my God, you can finally like legally do a bunch of things like drink alcohol. And I don't know, what else can you do at 21? Smoke, I guess? But those are things like once you're 18 or once you're 21, people are like, you're an adult now. Like that's like the milestone in the US. But with 20, people don't really talk about this. Like with 20, you're entering a new era. You're entering a new decade of life. And like people are always talking about like, don't do this in your 20s or do this, like don't give a fuck in your 20s. Girl, I'm a rule follower at heart. Rule breaking makes me like anxious. I like I feel like I'm different when people are like, listen to this advice. This is what I wish I knew. And they're like, make mistakes, have fun, like go out, get a little bit reckless. I'm like, girl, I don't want to get reckless. I'm not a reckless kind of person. And I guess like I don't I'm I don't know. Like the uncertainty of like what's gonna happen in my 20s is like exciting, but at the same time, it's like nerve-wracking because I know that I'm gonna be growing and transforming more and doing so many more things, and it's just like it's bittersweet. I think that's the perfect word to describe this, bittersweet, because I, it's just kind of sad to be leaving your teenage years behind. Like, I'm not ready to say goodbye yet. And I mean, I don't have to say goodbye, but at the same time, I feel like if I'm still hanging on to the idea or like being a teenager, I'm not going to be able to move on and grow as a person. And I like to grow as a person, but I don't want to be hung up on stuff. But like, I also don't want to say goodbye, you know? It's such like a difficult thing. But I don't know. I guess, yeah. There's so, I'm just like, I don't know how to just like, I don't know how to deal with this. That's why I'm making this video. It's just like such an odd sensation. Like, I'm excited, but I'm also sad. It's so bittersweet. I feel like I've been thinking to myself, like, what am I gonna do when I turn 20? And I think I'm gonna get a haircut to start off. And I've been thinking in my head, like, how can I become like a girl boss? Like, how do I enter my new era? And I'm thinking of all these things that I want to start doing as a person to help me grow and whatnot. And that's the path I'm going to go on. Okay, I'm feeling a little bit better now, I guess. It's just sad to be leaving this era behind. Look at the snow. Okay, that's great symbolism. Like, snow represents new beginnings. And just the snow in the background of this video. Okay, when I went to sit down here, I didn't really know why I wanted to sit in front of this chair with the snow outside, but now I know it's like a sign because snow represents new beginnings, and this is like the universe being like, you're gonna be good. We've got you. It's time. And yeah. Okay. I'll see you in the next video.